Oh, I completely screwed up. My TV's on here. Let's start. Here we go.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you're listening to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination, that is always the first star to the right, and where the light in the window is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Walt's Apartment Live. It's family night. Entertainer, I'm very sorry about that. I was looking at messages on my phone at the same time. I completely screwed up the opening, but I apologize for that. So we're all good here. So we have family night here at the last. What are you shaking your head for? I'm a very busy person. The last Wednesday of every night of every month is family night. So let's get around here and say hello to everyone. We have Sam. Miss Summer Vacation, how are you?
I'm good. Busy. You would think summer vacation would give me time to do things. Not the case. But
fair enough.
Good.
And then we have Miss Amanda, whereinthepark.com. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
You're like our main game show runner tonight. You said you have a different Where in the Park cards, and you also have we have entertainers' favorites section, which I've never done, is the Mad Libs. So we're gonna do. Is it Marvel Mad Libs or is it just more Mad Libs?
Oh, I got the whole gamut. I got Marvel. I got Star Wars. I have Disney parks. I got Pixar. So we're gonna run the whole gamut.
So
tonight.
we're doing big things here with the Mad Libs. We have Kevin.
It is Marvel.
Yes, right. Kevin,
True.
Where in the Park? How you doing, my friend?
Doing great. Happy to be here.
Hey, are you ready for an ad break?
I also contributed to the cards, by the way, for Where in the Park here. So
that's true. That's true. Yes. Very true. So
I also helped.
Kevin's gonna do all of the cards. I'll do the videos and everything, but he'll do the hints and answers. Then I'll do the math.
And this sounds serious. I'm excited. Kevin, good day. Kevin is our featured our feature tonight. If you all remember last family night, we told Kevin, we gave him homework to watch the Princess Diary movies. It took him all month, but he did it.
It was tough.
Good
I
job,
procrastinated
Kevin.
on it, but I got there.
He got there, and he's gonna give us his true, honest opinion of the Princess Diaries, and if a Princess Diaries 3 is necessary. So we're gonna find out from Kevin a little bit later on. Courtney, how are you?
I'm good. I can't believe it's already the end of the month. June just flew.
This
by.
month went by really quick. I what's up? What's up? AZ Big Man's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, AZ.
Lewis says, "What's up, gangstas? How you doing, Lou? Good to see you. Why don't you come and join us, Lou? We're here."
Oh, he was just texting us, telling us to hurry up, but he couldn't make an appearance himself.
At 7:20, he's telling us to hurry up. It's 7:20, but anyway, and then we have, last but not least, Joey from Disney Universe Podcast. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. Glad to be here.
What's the next? When's the next trip down south?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. What are you guys? What are you going down for this time?
We're going on a cruise.
Oh shit. Okay. What
Little-
cruise you going on? Is it a
little
Disney cruise?
2-year anniversary cruise.
Yeah, it's a 2-year anniversary cruise
2
on
years.
Carnival
Wow.
Firenze
Ooh,
to Cabo and Ensenada.
that's awesome.
Oh.
No, it's not Disney related this time.
I wish it was 7:30. Jennifer says. So question for I'll ask the people in the. I was thinking about this the other day. What would anyone be opposed if we bumped the show a half hour earlier to 7:00? Start like moving forward. I don't know what that does for you, Courtney. So that's why I'm asking. I mean, we could probably talk about this off air, but
Yeah, I think
you know,
so.
you
Yeah.
know. But I
I
mean,
think that's
it's
an
a-
off
it's a-
air question, but yeah, it's
nothing's
a
off
little
air.
time crunchy.
Yeah, but do I watch a Captain America movie on D plus or is it a waste?
It
No,
is
you can
going.
watch it.
It's going to inform other things in the MCU. So you
Yeah,
might
I
as
would
well
watch.
watch it.
I would definitely watch it. It's not one. In my opinion, it's not one of the best, but I definitely would watch it. It's a
The
good
only
movie,
thing that's a waste of time is the end credit scene.
for sure.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about. Let me check my own rundown here real quick. We're going to start off like we do every week with the most exciting, the most dramatic this week in Disney history. I know, right? 2 years. That's awesome. Congratulations on the 2 years, guys.
Well, actually, we are going to Disney when we get back from the cruise, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I do have some good ones, Sean, that you're going to really like.
Did he freeze?
Did I freeze?
No, I mean Sean
Well,
froze.
I can hear you. I think
Oh,
Sean is frozen.
it's that Stockton Wi-Fi, y'all. It's worse
back.
than the It's worse than the Indiana Wi-Fi.
It's really bad. Thank you, Xfinity. I really appreciate my Xfinity Wi-Fi. That I
Oh,
pay $100
smoke
a
here.
month for in my little studio apartment for it to never work. I really appreciate it. But
Not
Hey.
a sponsor.
not sponsored by Xfinity, just to be clear.
All right. So we're going all the way back to 1938.
Oh my gosh.
And I've got, hi, Dakota. 1938, two things happened within 2 days. Walt Disney got honorary degrees from both Yale and Harvard. The one from Yale was first, and it says he has accomplished something that defied all the efforts and experiments of the laboratories in zoology and biology. He has given impressive significance to the word anima and animated, and he has given animals souls. His work has the elements of a great romantic art, the beautiful, the fantastic, the grotesque, all combining an irresistible and ineffable charm. And that's what one of the professors from Yale said when they gave him his honorary degree. And then Walt Disney actually made a press statement for the Harvard one, and he said, "Get me right, boys. I'm grateful for these honorary degrees and the distinction they confer, but I'll always wish I'd had the chance to go through college in the regular way and earn a plain Bachelor of Arts like the thousands of kids nobody ever heard of who are being graduated today."
I was just going to ask. He never went to. Because he went to the military, right? So he never went to college, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lied to get into
Lied,
the
yeah.
military.
He did.
Yep, said he was older than he is.
Oh, Walt.
Yeah.
Trying to do big things before he even could.
In 1963 at
Oh, good
Disneyland,
Great
the
place.
Enchanted Tiki Room, the first attraction to feature audio animatronics figures, patented and first developed by what enterprises, opens to the public.
Yay.
The Tiki Room is one of the coolest freaking attractions still. It's just, even though you can hear the things clapping and closing and clipping and everything, it's just the cool. Tiki Room is awesome.
It's
And
good.
and look where we're at now with
It's sad you
audio
don't hear the
animatronics.
clicks and clacks in Florida though.
What's that?
You don't hear the clicks and clacks as much in Florida.
Oh,
But I love that because I was in there. I'm like, wait, they're not like click, 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 clack, clack.
like their mouths closing. It's just so fun. That and then like the things on the wall, the totem pole. God, that Tiki Room is awesome.
And speaking of the Tiki Room and animatronic birds, I did get to sit in on a media event this week for Garnival Productions, and they are creating animatronic songbirds that they're trying to get into the hands of kids all across the globe. So I will have some more information on that soon once I get my media packet from them, but just wanted to mention that because it felt relevant.
We may have some more things coming up with old Gardner.
Well, yeah,
Productions
we'll
soon.
wait on those.
And speaking of that, real quick, here in Sacramento, there's I've taken Courtney to the store plenty of times, but there's Stage 9 in West Sac, which is a huge store. They just opened up like the first actual Roosevelt store in the store, but they also opened up a new exclusive tiki bar down in the art gallery.
Awesome.
I forget the name of it, but they actually do have old tiki animatronics in the wall. Garner
Really?
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was on the news. I'll send it in our absolutely free Discord. What they got going on there.
Oh, that was a nice
That
plug.
was a nice plug for our absolutely free Discord.
Hello, Jessica.
We're jumping to 1970, where the Walt Disney Archives were established on the studio lot in Burbank with the help of Dave Smith. And we know that Dave Smith was who was initially charged with recording and preserving the history of Disney through the archives. So,
Is he the one that cataloged? He's the one that cataloged Walt's office,
yes,
right?
yes. So
imagine that. Can you imagine that being your job?
His career with Disney started in 1967. The archives didn't officially open until 1970, but he was a librarian at UCLA, and he was compiling like an extensive bibliography on Walt Disney. And he spent over a year researching all of the publications and productions that Disney did and that were about him. So that's kind of how he got hired in.
He was on Prop Culture, right? Was Joey? Was he on?
No,
no. What's no?
Dave,
I think
for Prop Culture.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think they have some quotes by him in Imagineering Story.
Absolutely, they have quotes from him.
And anytime they
Dave
show
died a few years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Joe,
I got to meet him in 2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the sweetest man.
That's
And then I've just got some releases that I thought we could all feel a little spark of joy from. So there were a few things that are some of our favorites that were released this week in Disney history. In 1955, Lady and the Tramp, which was the studio's first feature-length cartoon produced in CinemaScope. It was generally released. And in 1994, Disney's 32nd animated film, The Lion King, was generally released. And then in 1995, so a year later, Pocahontas was released. Yep. And then on the same day, The Spirit of Pocahontas, which was the live show at Disneyland, opened in Fantasyland Theater.
Yeah, there's the same day 30 years. Mm-hmm. 30 years of Pocahontas. And in 2011, Cars 2. And then in 2012, Brave. So lots of our favorites released. Hi, Jessica.
Jessica says, hi. Louis says, when you can't wish upon a star, you just lie. And then he says that was in reference to the military comment for Walt.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Wild behavior, Louis.
I believe those Yale and Harvard certificates and many other awards he was given are in the front lobby for the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that place. Oh, that place is amazing. I went there with Joey, Courtney, and Kelly. That was so much fun to go hang out with them at the.
But that's what I have for this week in Disney history.
That's what you got. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to hear from Louis and Sunken City Designs, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little Elio, and we're going to talk a little Ironheart, and then we're going to get that out of the way, and then we're going to talk to Kevin, and then we're going to play some games and just have a great time. So let's hear from Louis, and we'll be right back.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thieves? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. You like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, Wall-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's Apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because Joe's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
Yes, we do. We're back. Thank you, Sunken City Designs, for all you do for us. We do appreciate you. Okay, so Kelsey says hi, friends. How you doing, Kelsey?
Entertaining their questions too. So
I still remember the days when I saw The Lion King and Pocahontas in theaters. I remember, the funny entertainer. I've said this before. I remember taking my oldest daughter to the theater to see Lion King, and part when he slams his hand down on the, his foot down on the mouse, scared her every time. And then the theater that we saw the movie in, they had like that. It was announcing like the sound, but it was like this really loud train. She would make me call the theater to make sure they weren't going to play the train. I just told her they weren't going to. They did every time because it was the same theater.
Jeez.
So, yeah, but she just did not like that really loud train.
I think I was 16, but I didn't see Pocahontas because
I was only 6 or 7 when I saw them. Entertainer says, okay.
I was 10, I think.
That was in my early 20s. I think it was in my early 20s.
5th grade.
Yeah.
I was 4 and 5.
I was in How about you and Kevin and Amanda? How old were you?
When Pocahontas came out, is that what you said?
Yeah,
I think I was 14. I didn't see it when it came out, though. I'll be honest.
that's fair.
And Sam and I are the same age, so
Okay.
yeah, I just saw Lion King in the theater as the summer of my sophomore year. I remember that. I didn't see Pocahontas though because it looked boring. And you know what? It was.
I think Mulan was my first Disney movie I saw in the theaters. Kelsey Lynn says.
Mine was
Would
Bugs
have been
Life.
98, so yeah.
Mine was Bugs Life. I didn't see Lion King or Pocahontas in theaters. I had them on VHS though, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pocahontas. I do agree with Joey. Pocahontas was kind of boring. So it's.
It's history and like
What?
Your audio is a little funny, Courtney.
You're a little off there.
I said I was obsessed with history, so
That's
I was.
fair.
Jen,
So you loved-
1994 for Lion King and 1995 for Pocahontas.
So you loved how accurate Pocahontas was with the history, then.
No, well, I knew it wasn't exactly accurate. I got mad at Disney with Hercules because I was such a big geek about Greek mythology that I was like, how dare you say that Hera was a good mother, because absolutely she was not. And Zeus was not a good father either. So
My best friend Lauren texted me yesterday and she goes, I just got bored, so I asked ChatGPT to convince me that Gaston was actually a better hero than Hercules. And it did it.
Really?
That's a whole other podcast there.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, this is something we could work with. New podcast segment.
We could just ask ChatGPT a Disney question every week. Just think of a question to ask it and see if we agree with her. That's a good idea.
I gotta show you I'll show it later, but what Alex shared with us in our group, but I'll save that for later.
Okay. Let's talk about this week. Couple of premieres. We had Ironheart. I know Courtney said she had seen it. I know Kevin and Amanda were going to watch the first episode. Just kind of really quick. David popped into Discord today and says hi to everyone, and also says that Ironheart was better than Daredevil.
So far, yes.
So far
I
better.
disagree with that.
Okay.
I disagree with that as well.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly disagree. Just yeah.
Okay.
It's episode one at least. I think Daredevil really jumped right into
I
a
mean,
really good hook.
Ironheart gets progressively better, but I disagree that it's better than Daredevil.
And that is something that everybody has said about it. Is almost everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people have said it just didn't stick its landing. It fell short in a lot of ways.
Daredevil or Ironheart?
No, Ironheart.
Okay.
And-
okay.
Well, it's only been 3 episodes compared to a full
Yeah,
season.
but we're already halfway through
Yeah.
the season.
I've only
because
seen the first 2
they just did
episodes
the
and
last 3 episodes. So.
And for something that's supposed to inform the MCU in such a large way, I would have expected more from it.
Now, Ironheart, I may be way off. I'm just asking a question out of the blue. Ironheart, is that
Riri Williams, yeah.
Okay, it's okay. So that's what it is.
That's
Okay.
Riri.
Okay.
I mean,
I
the
kind of
first
like. I
episodes
like
were
the way they
just so
introduced her
fun.
character in Black Panther. I thought
I
they
did
introduced the
too.
character well, but
Yeah, I did too. I mean, Black Panther, I will say, is not my favorite.
mhm.
Like, it's not on the top of my list of like Marvel movies. It's not at the bottom either. But like, I didn't really connect with how other people connected with it. Especially Wakanda Forever. It was just really hard after Chadwick Boseman passed,
Yeah.
and it was kind of a love letter to him instead of making the series progress forward, which totally okay and totally understand. Not doing anything, not saying anything bad about that. But the way that, because Riri Williams was introduced in Wakanda Forever, she wasn't really, utilized, I think, in the way that they were originally going to, because they kind of had to change it all because of Chadwick's.
Mhm.
So
But I also think they did have bigger plans for that movie.
I
But
think so too.
I mean, with basically your main antagonist in the MCU, both having lawsuits against them at that time and having to
Yeah.
rework those characters, because they introduced Namor. And yes, I'm talking about Namor. Sorry,
Mhm.
guys. But they introduced Namor, and there was so much potential. And I mean, there still is, but there's so much potential to take that storyline between Wakanda and Teokan. And
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. So
but
with that,
his lawsuit left a bad taste, and they've kind of had to slow down. And with losing King the Conqueror as
Chadwick.
well,
Yeah.
well, and King the Conqueror,
Oh yeah, that.
so
Too.
it was
But
just a messy time.
also, I'm thinking also with Riri herself, I wasn't really captivated by her character in the movie. So I was really on the fence about this show anyways. And, all of the rumors surrounding it was that it was going to be shelved. They weren't even going to do it. So that gave me a little pause. And then the fact that I found out like they're releasing them 3 at a time and there's only 6 episodes, so it's only going to be 2 weeks. I'm like, do they really have like a faith in this?
Yeah, that's
Well,
interesting.
A lot
In
of
the-
that, I
in the
think,
story?
was from the success of Andor.
Right. It could go either way. It could go really badly and it could go really well. And I'm just saying it did go really well because it does get progressively better. I'm just saying the way that they jumped into the first episode, it was kind of a little bit jarring too. But like I said, I do like Anthony Ramos. I think that he basically steals it in future episodes because I know you guys haven't watched it yet, like the other 2 episodes yet.
Mhm.
But like he does a really good job and he ends up stealing it.
So I've seen the first 2, and I thought he was pretty good, but I actually thought Aaron Aldenreich kind of stole the episode. And,
does he play Joe?
He's the weapons guy.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the guy that played the young Han Solo. He was in Cocaine
Got
Bear also. He's a great actor. So I thought he was great. But so far in the first 2 episodes, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
But again, don't think I wouldn't compare. You can't compare it to Daredevil, really. I mean,
Okay.
you got you got kind of like a gritty, stubborn teenager,
Mhm.
But
Kevin, Amanda, what do you guys think?
Well, for
yeah.
for me, I can kind of see where Daredevil is being compared because both stories had to be reworked, right? Like there was a lot of rewrites going on. The fact I agree with Courtney, the fact that they put it on the shelf for so long and then they're just gonna rush it out.
Mhm.
That tells me, yeah, they don't have confidence in it. They just want to get it out because it's already money sunk.
Right.
But at the same time, like I disagree with that. Like whether it's you already made it. So like unless you're getting paid by consecutive hours watched, there's no reason to shove it down like 3 episodes at a time. Andor worked
Mhm.
because you had this is what's happening in a year, like, and
Yeah.
we're gonna like in a couple of weeks and then we're gonna jump a year. Like it made sense to have that structure. This I don't see that. Granted, we've only just watched the first episode, To me, in just watching the first episode, I actually thought Anthony Ramos's acting was not very good. I'm hoping that, like you said, Courtney, that he steps it up. But I haven't seen him in all that much. But just what I have seen from Hamilton, from some of these other, I haven't seen In the Heights, but like from some of the other things, like I know he can act, and I think that the little bit that we saw him in episode 1, I was like, bro, I know you can do better than that. Let's go. And so I'm hoping that this is just setting the stage, character development, setting the stakes, why is Natalie so important, and building her story, and Riri's story with Natalie, and then see where it goes from there. But right now, with the end of episode 1, we just finished watching it before coming up here, so I'm like, all right, what's going to happen next?
I think that's why they put it out. Well, I wouldn't say 3 at a time. Like, they could have gotten away with doing 2, just dropping 2. Yesterday instead of all 3, because that's what a lot of shows do right now. Is like they give you 2 because they know 1 can't stand on it. It's on its own. And with you guys watching it right then and there, the way that you were talking about it, 1 wasn't going to stand on its own at all.
That's where we are right now.
Yeah,
pretty much. But it seems like I don't know if I want to get back to it.
Oh wow!
In my head, I'm kind of comparing it with Miss Marvel, right? Where that one just felt fun from the very beginning. Love it or not, I enjoy that entire series, and I think that was one at a time, right? First,
it was one at a time.
Yeah, but this one, for the first episode, I'm like, okay, hopefully it gets better. I'm glad to hear that it does from Courtney. So we'll keep at it. It's Marvel, so even just okay, Marvel's better than most TV. So we'll definitely
I was sad that it was over and it was just the 3 episodes, because I was like, I want to know what happens afterwards. So I'm gonna be sad that it's only 6 episodes.
That's crazy.
Unless that it drops down on the final 2, which Marvel does have a problem with that, where it drops out. So.
Right. But yeah, like you mentioned, that was kind of forgotten before. But right now, a lot of the stuff, not just Marvel properties, but everywhere, are a year behind because of the strike that happened. So everything got bumped and everything kind of got forgotten, because, especially with Marvel, because they had a scratch Kang Dynasty and come up with something new, and they totally redid the movie thing. So, but like I said, the first 2 episodes I thought were fun and entertaining.
Okay, let me ask you guys this, since you, I'm sure Sam will watch it. The 5 of you, would you guys be interested in doing a special episode when it's all done and kind of wrap it up, and you guys can kind of all break it down? Would you guys be okay with doing that?
Walt's Apartment Presents.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And I will say, so far, I think the storytelling is really weak. Like I said, it is frustrating to me knowing that there are big things that diehard Marvel fans are going to realize are happening in Ironheart that are informing so much of the MCU moving forward. They really needed to have strong storytelling. And I think Riri's acting is the best, personally, out of everyone that we've seen. But
okay, I apologize. I didn't know you'd seen it too. I apologize. I didn't know you'd already watched it. I'm sorry.
I didn't check in the Discord today. I'm sorry.
And quick question, Sam. This show originally was supposed to lead into Armor Wars, wasn't it? When that was a thing.
Yeah, but that one got canceled for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with Lewis that it was rushed like Echo.
But see, I think Echo started out not rushed, and then they rushed the end of it. I disagree that Echo was completely rushed.
So,
I think that they took their time, and then they realized they ran out of money or ran out of time, and they slashed an episode, and then they ended it really quickly. That's my take on Echo, because I really loved the storytelling and the ASL aspect of Echo. I really that's one of my top Marvel TV shows. I really like Echo.
Yeah, they needed more time to tell the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I agree that the ending was rushed. Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to Ironheart when it ends next week already, it sounds like, and then we'll do we'll do a wrap up of all that.
Well, Walt's Apartment Presents.
Let's talk about the I can't even say highly anticipated release, but Ilio came out this weekend. Performed absolutely awful. I saw it twice. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I gave it an 8. Yeah, entertainer. And Elio was released at a bad time. It was released 1 week after How to Train a Dragon. Also, Lilo and Stitch is still doing good business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney put all of their advertising budget in Lilo and Stitch. I saw the preview for Elio a few times in the theater. I'm like, what the hell is this? This looks weird.
I have our numbers here.
You have to remember that this is Pixar, so they have an entirely different budget, and Pixar always does not market their movies well.
No, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
What did it do domestically opening weekend?
20 million.
Hey, I exactly said 20 million.
20 million. Yep.
I was close.
It's only done $26 million.
Joey said 28 million.
Yeah, it's only done $26 million domestically so far. I think it performed worse. I think it performed worse than Snow White, actually. I think. But I'm not sure. But anyway, I know of the 6 that are sitting here watching it, that are here, 2 of us saw it. Unless Sam, did you see it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Courtney, 1 to 10, what'd you think?
5.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like it?
I liked the story, but I thought it was simplistic.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the look of some of the aliens. They were not nice to look at.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that it's geared towards kids. But I don't think, and I just don't think that the aliens aspect of it, it'll go over the kids' heads, basically. Yeah. I mean, it's a friend movie, and I get that it's a buddy movie, but I found the initial storyline of the show of the movie very simplistic, and I get it, it's for kids, but I still think that it was too simplistic even for kids. And I did like the relationship between the aunt and Elio, because it was very realistic.
Yeah.
To the issues going on that happened to Elio, but I don't really find that it was realistic. That he didn't really feel like he didn't really feel like he belonged on this world, and he just wanted to be abducted by aliens. I don't see like even an orphan doing that. Not that he's an orphan.
Wait. I have said multiple times that I want the aliens to come take me.
Okay, but I don't know. It just seemed really out there. Just like the kid, I just feel like the kids would just think that it's really funny, but like it wasn't. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings about Pixar movies in general. So they're not my favorite. I just didn't feel like it was genuine enough. I mean, some of the scenes between the aunt and Elio were genuine. But I also feel like they had to go back and rewrite it just because like Zoe Saldana was announced like 3 years into the project.
Yeah.
We got this in 2022, and then they announced that Zoe Saldana came onto the project in 2024, and now it's released in 2025. So I just feel like something was a little amiss. I mean, not that you could tell it's her voice. I mean, if you Google it, it says that the aunt was supposed to be America Ferrera, so maybe she dropped out of the project. Maybe that was the reason. I don't know, but like they had, even in 22, they never told us the whole cast. They only showed us the little boy. So we have nothing really to go off of it, besides that. But I do know that Zoe was added late. So
I'm completely shocked that you gave it a 5. I gave it an 8.5. I thought it was great. Only reason that I wouldn't have given it a higher score was because I feel like it was kind of rushed. I mean, it was just but you're right. It is a very simplistic story. It's just literally this happened. Oh, please, aliens. I mean, it's cute. It's fun. I said this a couple weeks ago when we watched the trailer. If this does okay and builds like Elemental kind of did, you might see some of the merch. It's a great merch movie. The aliens would be great little merch.
See, I don't like the way that the main kid alien looks.
Kind of like a slug, you mean?
Yeah,
like
I don't like
slug.
the way that he looks. Yeah. It's off-putting to me.
But Gordon,
now it may not be
Gordon,
an off-putting to the kids,
yeah.
but like he literally has no eyes unless he's in the suit. So like,
Gordon.
Wait, Courtney.
Yes.
Courtney, are there any alien creatures you do like the look of? Because I know you with E.T. not a fan, and for Lilo and Stitch, you didn't like the characters from that. You were glad that they weren't aliens.
That's what it is. That's you have an issue with aliens.
I don't like aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, like I said, it was the drink that the one guy was carrying around. I think that could be a drink in DCA somewhere because it's like a very colorful drink. I liked it. I saw it twice. Shout out to Cinemark and the D box. I've never experienced that before. It was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. I'm like, what the hell is happening? I thought I was on Star Tours. It's very, very cool. So
I eventually will see it. I just had a busy weekend, but there is no way that you think this is an 8 and you think WALL-E's the worst movie that Pixar has done. That is freaking nuts, dude.
Right.
You haven't even seen it. You don't know that. I thought this was a cute movie. It is cute.
It
was cute. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. It was very predictable. I mean, you could say, this is going to happen next. This is going to happen, Entertainer gave it a 7.5. Yeah, I just don't like WALL-E. I can't. That movie's terrible.
But Entertainer did make a good point, though. I mean, you come out between How to Train Your Dragon, which, in my opinion, is the best live-action remake anywhere that's been done, and Lilo and Stitch, which is just super awesome. So
we also have to take into account, Sean, that the things that are happening in your life when you're watching certain films help you resonate with them differently. So maybe you were just having a shitty year when WALL-E came out and you're taking it out on the movie.
That's true. Very true. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's very possible. That's very possible. And this movie is Elio is a feel good. It's a feel good family movie, which maybe that's what I needed because I like it. I thought that whole thing.
I think that might be my problem is because like me and Kelly, we've been in the theater for 4 weeks straight. Mm-hmm. 4 weeks of awesome movies, and then this one was just kind of like, eh.
It does look better though than
pixie dust residue.
Yeah. All right, I liked it. Lewis, you like Snow White, so don't even give me.
I know, right? You don't get a vote in this, man. You like Snow White,
and
no one likes Snow White. But anyway, we have lots of fun games to play here. But first, let me check my own thing here. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna hear from Where in the Park. We're gonna come back, do some Where in the Park cards, and then we're gonna listen and hear about Kevin's experience with the Princess Diaries because it's so good. So let's hear from our friends at Where in the Park, and we'll be right back.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do. So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game. We're in the park right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, we got
still a challenge.
Oh no, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
They get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, whereinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
We appreciate Where in the Park.
They're awesome.
We love that.
Amanda.
Get you some Where in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at whereinthepark.com.
Yes. Indeed. We'reinthepark.com. Yeah. So let's get into this, Amanda, Kevin. We're in the Park is awesome. So let's see what we got. Let's show us what you got this week. Let's have some fun, and let's dive into it. Take over, Amanda and Kevin.
All right, should we explain for like first time viewers or listeners?
Oh, please do.
Absolutely.
All right, so you just heard the ad if you didn't skip through it. If you're not listening live, I guess. All right, so we make games you play at theme parks. So you go to our website, we'reinthepark.com, and you put in the code Walt's APT podcast, you get 10% off. You get a physical pack of cards mailed to you that you will take to the theme park and go around trying to figure out where in the park the images on those cards are hidden in the theming of that park. So for this show, we've created 3 cards at different theme parks that we have games for that are not available in those packs. These are cards we make just for the show. They might pop up other places, but they are first here. So if you're watching this live, no one else has seen these cards. We just made them for this show for tonight. So we're going to show, it's going to be a little video, so it's going to move around a little bit just to show that it is a card. And then you're going to guess where that little snipped out image can be found at the park that it is. We will give you the park.
Let's go.
For the first one, we have Disneyland. So the question is, where in Disneyland can you find this image? Anyone listening? It is a gun. It looks like a drawing of a gun, like a old-fashioned, like a 6-shooter, maybe.
Yeah, like a revolver.
It's like a 6-shooter, yeah.
We all get to make guesses, right?
Gray. Go for it. Yeah, that's how it works in real life. That's how it works here.
I'm going to say the Frontierland Shooting Gallery.
It's a fine guess. Anyone else?
Thank you, sir.
That looks very Weasley from Toontown, but I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it does actually.
But it's not in the ride, so I don't remember seeing guns sticking out in Toontown. So.
Oh, I should point out that none of our images are found in line for rides or on rides. So that is, you can just go to the park and not worry about like how long the lines are that day. You're going to go have fun with our game pack, just wandering around. Everything is just out in the open as you're walking. And you can see this gun just as you're walking down.
It does look kind of toonish, Joey. You're right.
I'm going to go with Frontierland Shooting Gallery.
It's a great guess, Courtney.
I think it's a window in Main Street somewhere.
Oh, I like this, Joey.
Oh,
those who are watching live, if you have any guesses, put them in the comments.
David said it's at the entrance on the poster of banned items next to strollers.
That's a great guess.
That's a really good guess. That's
a
good guess.
Because you know what? You can guns.
Is it on the Pirates of the Caribbean poster in the main entrance?
Oh,
that'd be in line for the ride, so no.
No. But like as you're.
No, she's saying the poster as you're walking in.
The poster.
Oh, is there one for Pirates nowadays? They always change. I stopped looking at them, so we don't make any of our cards based off of those posters.
So
Spoiler for anyone playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good guess though.
Yeah. It's really
How about a clue?
All
right, so all of our cards have a QR code on the back that you scan with your phone. It will give you the choice to choose the land or hint or the answer. So here for the show, we give the hint. For this one, what we scribbled down before the show was, we get that you're in the market for some help, but the main way to find this is by keeping your head up as you walk around the street. So the words here are market.
Yeah, up by like Starbucks or those like windows up there.
It's one of the windows over Starbucks on Main Street.
Damn, Joey.
And
nice.
we have the image here.
Joey.
Boom.
Oh, the gun store. I didn't even know there was a gun store.
Whitney
I had no idea that was there.
You know, I was just looking it up. There's never been a gun store on Main Street. It's always been like a coffee shop kind of thing right there. But you know, even it's a window dedicated to a guy named George K. Whitney Jr., who helped to get the park created. Because he also worked for Playland at the beach. Anyway, I don't know a lot about him. We haven't done the episode yet.
Well, when Kelly and Courtney are at Starbucks, I'm always just looking up at the windows, and it looked very like drawn. So
yeah, with the awning on there, it's kind of hard to see too. So that's why we thought that'd be a fun one.
Lewis also said Main Street too.
Lewis said Main Street as well.
Yeah, when I picked it, I told Amanda. I told Amanda, you know what? I bet their first guesses are going to be Frontierland and Toontown. So you guys kept me honest.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
But That makes sense.
All right. So here's the second one. A little easier, I think.
Oh.
This one is at Disney California Adventure.
Oh,
And
Buzz Lightyear churro cart.
That's a churro for
dang,
sure.
Courtney.
Yeah, because at first I was like
There
the
you go.
Tomorrowland churro cart until you said California Adventure.
Yeah, I was thinking Tomorrowland too. Is that what it?
I think
Buzz
it's
Lightyear.
the like Spanish Buzz. The Buzz.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Senor Buzz
Courtney's got it.
Churros. Nailed it.
Senor Buzz.
Boom.
Yeah, Senor
Courtney
Buzz.
making it happen right there.
Good job,
Yeah.
Courtney.
I just know
Super
that that's
easy.
a churro. Like,
Right.
It's Goofy's nose ring.
no point, David.
No, the half a point was to the last
Oh,
comment.
for
which
his.
is-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's Goofy's nose ring.
Goofy's nose ring.
Very good. All right. So here's card 3. This one's tough. This one's going to be real tough. This one's at
Where
the
is it?
Magic Kingdom.
Oh. Bonjour.
And
All right,
I
Sam,
don't
this
even know
one's
how
for
you
you.
would describe it. So for audio listeners, head on over to the YouTube where you
Right.
can see where we're at. We're at the 46:28 mark over on the YouTube. So
Yes, I mean it's kind of like a beige looking. I don't know if it's made out of concrete or some kind of.
It looks
hard
like
material.
Matt. It looks like
Maybe wood.
I don't even know if they don't have a. Do they have a Mr. Toad's there?
No,
They
don't.
used to, but they do not.
But it looks like it looked like that's the first thing I
But
thought.
it
of.
also looks like it could be like on top of like they have Mad Hatter there, right? The store.
I can't
Can't
picture it.
remember.
I'm
That's not where this is.
I'm feeling that fountain like in the hub.
The Cinderella fountain.
The Cinderella fountain.
The fountain
Oh,
Re-
Lewis, damn.
where you can kneel down and it gets placed. The crown gets placed on her head.
Yeah, I took a
fountain.
picture of that. Yeah.
Lewis said Roy Disney's
No.
headstone,
Lewis.
He's getting
And then-
getting closer.
and then David said
He's
Gaston's
the closest.
self-punishment.
He's actually the closest. Yes, that Lewis. He's closest.
So that means it's haunted
Yeah,
mansion.
It's haunted mansion. Q for the haunted. No, he said it's not in the queue.
Thank you, Lou.
So
The
It's not.
Emporium
It's.
behind
I
the
guess
statue.
this one kind of technically would be like kind of past the queue, but you can see it while you're walking around.
Yes, you can.
How about
it
a clue?
is located
Nope.
above the door to the haunted mansion.
Dang. That's like just that's just sitting out there in the middle of. You can't,
Man,
how could you
David,
miss that? Honestly, that's crazy.
because you don't
Maybe
walk
if I
in
went
that
Honestly,
door.
this
That's
photo you can only really get if you were on the Liberty Bell, that boat that's running for the next like week and a half. So you can't really see it from that angle while you're walking around. It's kind of like more at a 45 degree from where you're walking.
Or if you're running under the canopies during a downpour.
Yeah, exactly. You might be able to look up and see it.
David said his favorite place, the haunted
Because
mansion.
it's always closed.
Always close for David. Yep.
It's always closed for-
Do you have the video of all of them together like you usually have, Amanda?
We just have
They're
them
in
separate this
separate
time.
files this time.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we got them. So we're in the park. Check them out. They're the best.
I got
Yes.
my Chat GPT video real quick, if you don't mind.
What's that?
Oh.
So
Of what?
there's we were talking about the Chat GPT, just asking a question.
Mhm.
So Alex shared this in our DU little
Oh.
chat group, and somebody did ask Chat GPT what Walt Disney World resorts would look like as humans, and this is what they found.
So that's fun.
That's cute.
I mean, that's spot on.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That would be fun to do if you had like a big group
I'll turn off the volume.
like something off, like not typical, right?
Right.
And like each of you pick a Disney hotel, and that would be a ton of fun to
This
dress
is a
up.
good subtle Disney bounding here.
Yeah.
That is very
Heck
cool.
yeah.
Entertainer said, did anyone see the video last week where Stitch driving around Disneyland riding It's a Small World? Yes.
Oh yeah.
When he
We
took
got
over.
to see it up close at the Angels game. It was really cute.
Yeah, when
Yes,
Stitch
sir.
took
Yeah,
over
it's great.
Disneyland in his little pink car, it was great. Good stuff. Okay, Kevin. We're in the park.
All right.
let's talk about, we were joking. We were joking. All right.
All right.
We were talking last month about is a Princess Diaries 3 necessary? Courtney and Kelly were like, heck yes, it is. That's gotta have it because it's exciting. Kevin said he never seen them.
I think you should because you need to see her actually learn to be queen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, right? The first movie wasn't bad. It was fun. It was cute. I got what they were doing. I'm on board with it. I like the first one. It had dumb moments, but it was like, that's fine. The second one though was such a cash grab. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Where it just felt like they didn't have a story and they just repeated like lines from the first movie repeatedly. Especially watching them back to back, it was almost jarring. Where it's like, you don't have to do all the member berries, guys. This movie just came out a few years ago. What are you doing? And I thought of doing a third one. Like, you better have some really good writers that aren't going to do what they did for the second one again, because that was tough to. I'm not gonna lie.
The second one is a
part
lot
one
rougher,
fine.
for sure.
Part two is not great. No, there's a lot of scenes in that where it's just like, what are you doing? What I love from part two though was that it was filmed on the Universal Studios backlot, over where they did like the Good Place, like or
yeah.
If you guys know where that is, some parts of Pirates of the Caribbean were kind of shot in there too. So watching it for that, I was like, hey, that's fun. But other than that, man, that movie was rough to watch.
I think Kelsey must have some delay because she is currently
She's way
playing
delayed.
the game.
Yes, Kelsey, that was Churro Planet like 10 minutes ago. Good job.
But she nailed it. She nailed it though.
She got them all right. It's crazy. Yeah, But so overall, Princess Diaries, are you going to go see Princess Diaries 3 just to figure out the finale and what happens, Kevin? Are you
care what happens next to this character? No. And not at all. I mean, don't get me, I love Julie Andrews. She was fantastic in both of them.
Yeah.
100% Julie Andrews is like the shining star in these films.
Which Entertainer
Anne Hathaway,
rumored she's not likely to return.
Well, she's not queen anymore. She got married and she abdicated the throne. So it's Mia. She's the queen.
Grandma of
she's
this
grandma,
ruler. Yeah.
She still has to teach her how to be queen, but I don't know.
Isn't she technically the queen till she dies?
I mean, she's the queen grandmama.
Yeah.
I don't know how Genovia works. It's very confusing. The whole movie had made no sense, honestly. It did not need to take place. It was very clear from like God, I don't even know how to put into words like how much it was pure nonsense. Where at the end of it, just
he's so stressed. If you're not watching this, he's just stressed.
She decides to like put in like the ruling that a woman could just be the ruler without being married, which was the whole plot of the entire movie. But I'm like, you were in the position to do that from the very beginning. There was no reason for this movie. No reason.
I mean, technically, Merida kind of did the same thing.
Merida had like at least like an arc though. Like she had some stuff to make that change make sense. With her, it did not. It was just like, I realized actually I am a woman who doesn't need to be with a guy. It's like you knew that from the beginning though. That you were from day one. So
and technically, she was going to marry like her second cousin or something.
Is that the storyline? I didn't remember that.
Well, if you pay attention close enough, the guy who's trying to take over the throne from them, and say that she's not a viable candidate because she's not married. Chris Pine is his nephew. Yeah, Sala. Like he's the uncle. Of this Chris Pine's character. Which they were in some sort of succession down the line. That's why they're in line for the throne.
In my head, I can hear David making fun of Alabama right now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a little weird because, like, yes, you're rooting for the Chris Pine character and Hathaway to get together, but also they're in line for the throne themselves, trying to overthrow Mia.
I'd have to see a family tree to really see where they fall, because they might not be blood related. It could be okay.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell. Again, the movie sucks, so it doesn't really matter. We don't need a deep dive into fan fiction on it.
Oh yeah, Chris Pine can return anytime. Like, yeah.
Kevin, question for you: if I gave you another movie to watch, would you do it just because this is so much fun?
Sure.
It's on Disney Plus.
Freaky Friday.
What's it
You
gonna
get to
be?
watch Freaky Friday because.
Oh, have you
Freakier
watched
Friday
Freaky
is
Friday?
coming
That's
out.
actually a good one. I was gonna say Gus,
I
the
have
field goal
not.
kicking mule, because it's so good.
Oh, I like that one too. But no, but
I don't
Freakier
know
Friday
what that
is coming out August 8th. So
Have you seen Freaky Friday, Kevin?
I saw the Freakier Friday poster yesterday, and I thought that looked terrible. I've not seen the movie now.
All right, so we need
Oh,
you to watch
that's your
Freaky
new homework.
Friday. That for next, so end of July. We want to hear your thoughts on.
No, but it doesn't. Well, yeah, end of July because the new one comes out on the
This
August
will
8th.
be perfect.
Is
Perfect,
Freaky
Kevin.
Friday a remake of another movie, or was that an
It is.
original?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
It's
so,
a
yeah,
remake
so-
of Jodie Foster's in 1973.
Guys,
mean, if
this
you-
is Walt's apartment history. We just
If-
established a new segment every
Oh,
family
gosh.
game night.
Oh,
What
buddy,
has
this
Kevin
is-
not seen?
What has Kevin not seen? This is great. Kevin, I'm gonna up the ante on this. I want you to watch both of them.
Oh, that sounds good.
The
I'll-
Jodie
I'll
Foster-
play with
Jodie
you
Foster
better.
one, and then
Alright.
the Lindsay Lohan one.
I was telling Courtney and Kelly. I was telling Courtney and Kelly when we were together at the Goofy movie over at the Gene Autry.
Yeah.
And I was like, when these movies came out for Princess Diaries, I wasn't a preteen girl like you guys, so I didn't really appreciate it the way you did. So they're like, yeah, but you are now. So I'm like, apparently, I'm living my preteen girl years.
You are living your
So-
preteen girl life, so you need to watch Freaky
So
Friday.
we're doing this.
Oh, yes. So, Lewis, I'll tell you, Lewis, I've only seen it, I think, once or twice, but in the next month, I'll watch Wall-E again. I will sit there and actually try to watch the movie. And
I will watch
Like
it
this.
with you for proof.
Yeah, so we'll have to do a viewer party to make sure I actually sit and watch it.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should do a
I'll be like-
viewer
I'll be
party.
like
That'd make
this
a lot of
while you watch
sense.
Just
Jennifer,
see
will
me
you
go
join
like,
if we do a viewer party?
What's that?
Jen always joins.
Well, yeah,
Or watch
Jennifer,
parties.
she'll join us. So
We should
yeah.
we should do it. We
Everyone
should
join the
figure-
Patreon.
Let's figure it out for sure. Let's do that. Y'all need to stop torturing Kevin. We're not torturing Kevin. This is fun because Kevin
That's
has the
fine.
best. He's like, well, the movie sucked anyway. So I mean, just straightforward. It's the best.
Hey, if it's for Disney research, I'm all for it, even if
There you
it's
go.
the worst movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I go see all these movies, and some of them I don't like because I'm like, I call it podcast research, But I
Exactly.
really,
Can we do a watch party of Snow White?
no,
I
Sorry,
saw
I'm
it
busy
once.
that day.
no.
I
I don't. I have plans that day, so whenever that is,
Only if it's the one with Chris Hemsworth.
or the original. I'll watch the original. That's fine. No, I won't watch that movie again because Dopey talks and it's bullshit. So we don't even need to get into that whole thing again.
Also, here was my
Yeah.
thing. It was literally every animated movie ever, all combobulated into one film. I was like,
I'm sorry, are you describing Wish right now?
Yeah.
it might as
Yeah.
well have
Wish?
been live action Wish.
Okay.
Oh, Snow White. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Let's hear
This is the
from
plot of Wish. That's what
It's
she said.
time for Entertainer's favorite game. I've never played Mad Libs, so we're gonna do some Mad Libs here. I knew you guys did this one week when I wasn't here, and I have heard nothing but good things about this. So we're gonna hear from Kevin one more time. Tell us about Getaway Today, and then we're gonna come back and do some Mad Libs.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. All right, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Let's get back. And we're back.
Yeah. Just for the record, I wasn't hating on Brave. I was trying to make a comparison. It was the same situation that Kevin didn't like. That's all. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'll hit on Brave then. So, no, I was playing though. I mean, Brave isn't the best of the Pixar movies. I say WALL-E is better than Brave, so
Brave
I stand by
was
that.
not marketed correctly at all.
I embrace my inner Merida.
I think Brave was trying to be a surprise. That's nice. Worth every penny.
Yeah. It's a spot.
Joey rubbing that D all over him.
Oh, Joey with the D.
That's just on our Patreon.
That's that other link. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Mad Libs, let's go.
All right, Miss Amanda.
Okay. All right. So here's how it'll work. So I have 5 different sentences, one for each of the hosts here. And I'm going to say a thing. So it could be a movie, an adjective, a noun, something like that. And I'm going to call on each of you guys to give that thing, but I'm going to mix it up. So like, I'm not going to go in order of the sentence, right? With each one of these, there's going to be something for the listeners. So get ready in the chat. So those who provide an answer in the chat, we're going to pick our favorite for that particular one. That'll go into the sentence here. And then I will provide the final results for each one of you guys to read. Okay?
I got a quick little disclaimer. This is where everybody finds out how much of a dumbass I was in school. So
yeah, same. I'm like, wait, what's an adjective? Can you just okay?
I'm like Google it right here.
Right? We can ask, right?
Go ahead and look in the Discord in our live show. I went ahead and put what each of these things are. So you'll have
thank you, Amanda.
A little cheat sheet. All right. So let's start off with in the comments so we can get that going. I need a completely random household item. Item.
Shit.
And while we are doing that, Courtney, Disney movie.
I don't trust these people.
Oh, Disney movie?
Yes, please.
Just choose one.
Just first one that comes to mind.
Hercules.
Okay.
Egg beater?
Her favorite.
Kevin, a liquid.
Let's go with rum.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
Joey, a creature.
Ooh, a Wookiee.
That works.
Okay. Sean, an adjective.
Swimming.
Adjective describes.
An adjective's glorious. I'm sorry. I didn't check the cheat sheet. So adjective is describing a word. Glorious.
Okay. Sam, a verb ending in ing.
Skipping.
I thought she was going to say fishing.
I thought fishing too. Those were or swimming.
Why'd you say fishing? Egg beater and a washcloth.
All right, so yeah. So out of egg beater or washcloth, what do we like?
Egg beater.
Yeah, we got more entertainer. Hold those. We got more than one going.
Yes.
So.
I'll say
all
washcloth.
Right, okay, perfect. For the next one, for those listening, I need an exclamation, a word, one word exclamation. Something you would exclaim. While they're doing that, we'll go back to Courtney with an adjective.
Pretty. You said
Pretty?
describing, right? Pretty.
That worked.
Okay. Kevin, an animal.
Oh man, let's go with Wolverine.
Brendy said Eureka.
I like that.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Let's see.
Joey, we're gonna do liquid for you as well.
Beer.
Okay.
I mean,
Sean,
what?
Let's do a Pixar movie.
Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Y'all don't expect me to say it, Wally.
What?
I thought it was the one you've seen twice.
I thought you were going to say Ilio,
Yeah, Ilya. No, he
Wally's
did Wally.
better.
Go for that.
Sam, a plural noun.
Fish.
Shiz.
There you go.
Shiz.
Okay.
Or fishies if you need to do.
So out of our
fishies.
That's fine. Fish is fine. Out of our exclamations, we have Eureka and Crikey. Which one do we like?
Eureka.
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 It was first, and it's the.
It was first. Crikey's a good one, but
Yeah.
I gotta go to Eureka since she was first.
That's a good one. All right. So for those listening, the next one is an illegal object. An object that is illegal. And while we're doing that, Courtney, I'm trying to make sure like I mix it up so you don't have like two things back to back. An adjective.
Desperate.
That's fun. Okay, Kevin, a verb ending in ing.
Oh, people are saying illegal objects over here. Verb ending with ing. Let's just go with stabbing.
Stabbing. Okay.
Wow.
I don't know what your story is. We're gonna make it exciting.
Yes. Joey, an adjective.
Stinky.
I like cocaine because it's the only thing Kevin Feige says we can't do.
Oh my god.
You got a clip of him saying, "I like cocaine."
Yeah, I'm just gonna send that
Perfect.
to Sam's school. I like cocaine.
Very
I'm just gonna send that.
That's how she lost her
Well,
job as a
sugar.
kindergarten teacher.
Well, no, I like
Wow.
the answer of cocaine.
I like the song.
All right,
It's a great
so
song.
Have you guys seen Diego Luna hosting Jimmy Kimmel this week? Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
No.
He was talking about cocaine because he played
Probably better
Harry
than
Con-
Kimmel too.
Well, he's
right.
in the show Narcos, so you know.
Gotcha.
With
All right,
Tino
out
Porter,
of,
who plays Namor. Anyways, sorry.
That's 2 Namor drops in one
Yes.
episode. You guys.
One
It's
episode.
been a while, guys.
Oh,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Man,
Let's go.
it's
Okay.
been a
Been a week.
minute. All right.
Is it my turn?
Wait, hang on. Just because we have a few more for the audience, so I want to get them in. For those that we have responses for the illegal object, which one should we use?
Cocaine.
Okay,
I mean, meth came first on our list.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's true.
But it's Lewis.
Just put
That's
everyone.
fine. It's a blue one.
We could just
Meth.
put drugs.
Let's put meth. Mhm.
Just okay.
That's
We'll just
true.
do drugs.
They're all
That's
drug
fine.
related. I was gonna say pipe bomb if
Yeah.
I was in the chat.
Okay, so for the listeners,
I was gonna
we
say
need
illegal immigrants.
Oh, no.
another
I wasn't gonna say.
exclamation, an overly dramatic catchphrase, something dramatic! Exclamation point.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Catchphrase.
And Sean is up next. So we need
Mm-hmm.
an adjective.
I'm just gonna try to fit Wanda into this somehow, but obviously you're not giving me that option. So
Which
an
means-
adjective.
How would you describe Wanda?
Witchy? You could say
No.
witchy.
An adjective. Sneaky.
Yeah, you sure did describe Wanda.
You go, nailed it.
Ka-chow.
Oh,
And Sam, we need a. What else do we have?
I can't remove that,
a
Sean.
Pixar
I mean, neither.
character.
A Pixar character.
What is that?
Joy.
Who?
Joy.
Oh, Joy.
Joy.
Okay.
That's an adjective.
That's what a character.
Capital J.
Joey, or wait, let me before we do this last one. Okay, what exclamation point the dramatic catchphrase do we like?
Ka-chow!
Ka-chow!
I'm not sure if passing gas is supposed to be a catchphrase. I'm not sure what's happening here.
I don't know.
Holy crap!
Holy
crap!
the
We could do holy crap. It came in first. Holy crap came in first from Kim.
Yeah.
We haven't used any from her yet, so let's do holy crap.
Holy
All
crap.
right.
I wasn't sure if entertainer you're asking what the heck or that was a catchphrase. So I don't know.
I think that's
No way as a catchphrase.
Oh no, the what the heck.
Oh, that too.
Lewis bomb.
Bomb.
You could go with eat my
Yeah, say
soul.
bomb in an airport.
Okay, so then last one for the listeners. A theme park object.
Ooh, bazinga! I
Object
like
you'd
that one.
find at a theme park. And then last one for our sentence here. Joey, Star Wars character.
Ooh. Since I talked about Alden Ehrenreich, I'll say Han Solo.
Okay.
Toilet wand.
All right.
For the object or
The toilet wand?
Yeah, wand.
Oh, that makes sense.
Toilet, Lewis.
Spinning teacup.
Teacup. You like any of those for our theme park object?
I mean, wand makes sense. Like
Wand,
the bubble
yeah.
wands, I assume.
Or the Harry Potter wand.
Or fairy
Oh,
wand.
that's true. Theme park. I like this. They're everywhere. So
It's not Disney.
You get a bubble wand right when you walk under the train track. So
You can.
Great Wolf Lodge does their wands too.
nice.
Some theme parks use a wand on you as you're going through security.
They do.
That's also very true. I did miss one. So Courtney, an adjective.
Wanding.
Blissful.
Blissfully.
Sure.
Blissful works. Okay, so
You got scolded.
what, Lewis?
To his toilet paper. Yeah.
I said Lewis.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the Discord. And then I've assigned one to each of you guys to read.
Okay.
So this is based off of all of our answers.
So we go in this order?
Then when we get it, we can.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
So go for it, Courtney, right?
Oh. Did you replace?
Courtney's first.
What? Did you forget to replace one of them? Because it still says animal, but I think you said.
Oh, I'm a.
Okay.
Sean, an
I
animal.
said Wolverine, right?
An animal?
Oh, no.
Is it
That's
on
for
here?
that's for Sean. Yeah.
Wolverine wasn't in there, so I think that was.
It
Oh,
is.
it is.
It's in there.
It's in
It's in there.
Sean's.
Wolverine
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There were two.
Sean
animals.
also
An
has
animal.
two. Just saying.
Oh,
Am I supposed to be doing something?
I'm gonna.
No.
Sean, an
Sean.
animal.
A gorilla.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, I'm replacing this.
Please pardon our pixie dust. Well, we will
I
get our
apologize.
answers together.
I was trying to do this quickly. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
In the long-awaited sequel to Wall-E, Joy teams up with a pretty gorilla to rescue an egg beater.
What?
Go for it, Sean.
All right. While waiting for fireworks, a guest in a sneaky outfit started skipping and loudly reacting to lines from Hercules while holding a blissful wand.
Reciting.
Close enough. Both work.
Reciting.
Reciting.
Thank you.
You can loudly react as well, Hercules.
Yeah.
All right. Tony Stark's latest invention runs on rum, is powered by Stinky Wolverine, and malfunctions every time someone says Eureka.
I like that.
Hey, that was
I can
mine.
see all of those things.
All right. In a shady corner, or sorry, I got to do my movie.
Oh.
In a shady corner of Mos Eisley,
In a world.
Han Solo was stabbing with a desperate Wookiee while bargaining for drugs.
That would actually actually.
It works.
I'd watch
Yeah,
that,
one
yeah.
works a lot.
The dark side of Tatooine.
All right, and then the last one here. The new ride design includes a glorious track, animatronic fish, and a finale where guests are sprayed with beer while shouting, "Holy crap!"
That works too.
I'd go on that ride all day long.
Oh
Me
my
too.
gosh. So would Joey.
Like,
Joey'd be like,
spray me
"Oh,
with
yeah."
beer. Yeah.
They need to put that into like the Simpsons land. It's definitely a Duff ride.
Duff beer for me. Duff beer for you.
Okay, that was cool
was
as hell. That was awesome.
There's one more,
What?
isn't there?
No.
They never mind. We did the crowd one.
That was
Never
absolutely
mind.
amazing. That has to be a monthly thing.
Mm-mm.
Now you know why Entertainer wanted to
Yeah,
play.
no
so much.
doubt.
That was great.
Entertainer. I
Yeah.
feel you, buddy. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Good
some
job.
work,
So
some
we've,
don't. But
we've created so many new things for the show moving forward. Kevin's instant reactions, or like way long reactions.
Overdue reaction.
Kevin's overdue. We got to think of a cool name for it. We'll get like a drop
Kevin's
down, like,
preteen girl years all of a sudden.
Kevin's 20-year-old spoiler alert.
Right.
just pick all these old movies like Escape from Witch Mountain and all this shit.
Oh, I have not seen that either.
And you need to
Oh,
watch
that's
an
a
episode of
good
Dinosaurs.
one.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I love it.
Watch an episode of Dinosaurs. Yeah.
Oh
Not
no, I
the
like
mama?
the TV show.
That one?
That was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Or
That's
I'd make
classic.
you watch
Yeah.
Alf. Have you ever watched Alf?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Alf, yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I
What
said
about
Elf, but yeah,
Dragon
Alf,
Tales?
100%. Nope, don't know what that is.
Oh. Okay.
That was
I
wild.
like,
That was awesome.
DuckTales.
I think that brings us to the end of family night. Do we have anything else fun that we want to talk about or shout out or talk about or say?
No.
Anyone? What's coming up for Where in the Park?
Coming up this Friday, if you have not yet checked out the We're in the Park podcast, shameless plug, then you totally should. This week on Friday is we're going to be talking about the first 3 windows down the left side of Main Street. So we're talking about Buzz Price, Marty Sklar, and Jack Lindquist. So the idea behind the podcast is that we are talking about the history, stories, and secrets behind the details of theme parks. So we're covering all the theme parks that we cover here, mostly Disney and Universal and Knott's right now, because that's, takes a long time to research these things. So that's what we got. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then DU and the Elements of Fun will be on a cruise. So that's coming up. Happy 2-year anniversary coming up for Joey and Courtney.
Which we are going to be, we will be recording, so there'll be vlogs.
Okay.
After.
And when is that? When do you guys actually go? You said 2 weeks, right?
So we leave on July 10th and we get back on the 15th of July.
Just in time for the 70th. Perfect.
But we will
Yeah,
have a
the
DU
actual
episode
70th.
coming out at the end of the week as well too. So
Right on.
me and Alex decided to record stuff we missed during Star Wars month, and we went to a local watering hole, which happened to be Metal Monday. So there's a lot of music playing in the background, but why not?
Right. Don't put it on YouTube because it'll get copyrighted all day long. Just Sam, anything happened in the world of fishing that we need to know about?
Not fishing, but I did recently get approached to partner with Valparaiso University to write some curriculum for that with their chemistry department to get it into local schools. So I'm working on that right now, and then gonna see what I can do about getting those interviews that we wanted. So
We're gonna blow that away with that cocaine comment. So we'll send those to the school for you. So
blow cocaine.
Blow?
I see what you did there.
Right, right. That sounds cool. Good for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we got fun stuff coming. Season 6. Crazy to say, season 6 starts in a month, in first week of August. Season 6 of Walt's Apartment podcast productions will be starting off, and we got working on some things
Kevin's
for
Disney. Kevin's always in his Disney era.
Yeah, I haven't left that yet.
yeah, we're working on some things. I've got to get to Disneyland a lot faster than anticipated at this point.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Indeed.
Let us
So-
know and we'll make reservations.
So that's the show. That's June. We'll see you guys next month for July. And hope you guys have a great night. Thank you all for joining us here in the panel. Thank you for all the participation from all the guests that are on the guests, but the listeners that follow along and made comments. If you have not yet, please go and check out our Spotify and our Apple podcast and give us a review, 5 stars only, because that's what we deserve, because we're great. And we know that. So if you can't give us a 5-star review, don't give us a review at all.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
Or do it. Whatever. We strive for 4 stars.
But also, please go subscribe to our YouTube, check out our Patreon and our absolutely free Discord. Go do all the things, click all the buttons, and
we hope you enjoy the view from Walt's apartment. Did I miss something, Sam? No. Good night, everyone.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past. And here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.